Hi guys, my name is Melania from Nesting with Mel. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about self-care, and I'm going to share with you my 5 go-to things that I do to help improve my mood. So let's get into it. You all know that I'm a working mom and I have 2 children. I work a full-time job. I also started a new contracting job because I'm trying to pay off my debt. And I'm also a part-time author. So needless to say, I'm very busy and self-care is very important to me. So sometimes, because life gets busy, self-care kind of goes to the wayside because, there's kids, they need to be fed, and there's a meeting, and there's a presentation I got to prepare for, and I have a book deadline, and then I get put on the back burner. Does that sound familiar? I'm sure other moms can relate to that. And since I struggle with depression and anxiety, making sure that I do something every day that elevates my mood is super important. And so there are 5 things that I make sure I do one of these things each day to help me. So number 1, my number one thing that I do is go out in nature. I'm sure if you follow me on Instagram, shameless plug, follow me on Instagram at Nesting with Mel, you will see that I post a lot of my afternoon or morning walks that I take in the nature park near my house. And I do that because I want to inspire people to get out in nature, but also it's so beautiful. Those woods are just so beautiful, and every time I walk through there, I think, oh, I just want to share it with the world. But really, nature, something about those woods, every time I go there, last year when we had my father-in-law living with us and he was dying, every morning I'd take my son, who would wake up at ungodly hours, and go for a walk in the woods with him. And that really sustained me through one of the hardest periods of my entire life. And I cannot emphasize how important it was to go into the woods, into nature, and take a deep breath and ground myself and prepare myself for the challenges that day would bring me. And to start out the day with those walks it did wonders to it really sustained me. And eventually I got on medication and that helped too, but having that time in nature, being surrounded by nature, just helps kind of lower the stress hormones and kind of lower your blood pressure, or at least my blood pressure goes down when I'm out in nature. And I just love, that's probably why we bought this house, is because of the nature park close by that we can go walk in. And that kind of leads me into number 2, which is exercise. Part of my nature park is going for a walk, which is exercise. There's a walking trail, and then there's hiking trails that go up the hill that really get your heart pumping. And if I really need to get my butt in gear, I take the trails that go up the hill and get my heart rate up. There's so many studies that have shown that exercise releases endorphins, and it helps boost your serotonin levels, which helps you feel better. So, and then you feel good too, and then your body feels good. It's very important to me to exercise. I try to do something moving my body, whether it's yoga or a walking video that I'll watch on YouTube. Every day I have to do something every day, or I pay for it. And I pay for it because I also have fibromyalgia, and if I don't exercise every day, my fibro will kick in, and yeah. So I have to move my body every single day, and so it's kind of a double benefit. I move my body, I feel better, and I also feel better in my mind too. So my third, I don't know, this kind of should have been number one, kind of. It's kind of nature, and in this one is kind of, they're kind of side by side. Baths. I love my baths. Again, baths help me with my fibro. Heat, the hot water, especially if I put mineral salts like Epsom salts or salt water or sea salt in my bath. It helps decrease the pain in my body, and it also gives me a chance for my mind to take a break too. I love baths. I like to go all out. I like to put bath salts in there. I like to light candles, and I like to put like lavender essential oil in my water and have those nice smells. I can't tell you how many times in the middle of the day I have like 30 minutes to myself, if that, and I will go and take a bath for 30 minutes. I choose to take a bath for 30 minutes, and literally my day just seems to go much better because I'm calmer and I feel rested because I took a break, and my body is not tight and tense, so I'm not carrying as much tension. So yes, I love baths so much. And here's the thing, is like, you don't have to lay in the bath for an hour to get a full benefit. Even if it's like 15, 20 minutes, just having that time to just chill really helps, you know, your body, your mind, your spirit. It's good stuff. My fourth item on my list is naps. Guys, I love naps. I feel like moms don't get enough sleep, and especially now that I'm working all these jobs, I'm not napping as often as I would like to. But there's times where I'll have like 30 minutes before I have to go pick up my kids from school, that I'll choose to lay down and take a quick little nap, and that gives me enough energy and helps me feel better. You know, for some people, naps might not make them feel better. You know, I recognize that. Everyone's different. But for me, taking a little nap is also a good little break that my body and mind needs, and I feel so much better, and I have way more energy, and I'm able to get through the rest of the day without relying on caffeine. And my final one is kind of general, but doing something creative. So as I mentioned, I'm an author, so writing is something that I really enjoy doing. But I also love to crochet. Sometimes I like to paint with my daughter. I'm not an artist by any means. Sometimes I like to sit down at the piano and just play whatever comes to my mind, make up my own little tune, just make some music. Doing something creative like uses a different part of my brain, and it just makes me feel better about, I I don't know, I just feel better after I've done something creative. Especially like if I'm crocheting and I completed a project. One of my favorite things is to crochet when I'm watching TV, because then I feel like I can binge on something and I'm not wasting time because I'm creating something. And I love it in the fall to make like blankets and stuff for family and friends, or scarves, and do that while I'm watching like Lord of the Rings or something like that. It's just one of my favorite things to do. But yeah, being creative is, you know, humans, I think by nature, we are creative. And having an outlet is really important to your mind. I mean, if you look at therapy programs, like detox programs, rehab, they all have some kind of art therapy. Art therapy is very, very popular in helping people work through trauma and other mental health issues. And so creativity is something something I also need to work on more. I don't that out of the 5, that one is one of the last things that I go to. But when I do try to do something creative to elevate my mood, I feel like it's one of the most rewarding. So anyways, those are my 5 self-care things that I do to help myself feel better. I would love to hear what do you do to help yourself feel better? And I also wanted to make a note that all those 5 things are something that don't require like a lot of time. Like you don't have to take an hour nap. You could take a 15-minute cat nap and it can actually really help. A bath, exercise. You don't have to go work out at the gym for an hour. I can't tell you how many quick workouts videos are available for free on YouTube. Just turning on your favorite dance tune and getting up and just dancing. That moves your body. It's exercise. All those things. So next time when you think you need some self-care, think about something small that you can do, like exercising or going for a walk in nature, something to help boost and elevate your mood. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Bye guys, see you in the next video.